And then, who would have publicized it?
Back in the day, I did 2 magazines. One's called Big Brother, and then we inherited a magazine called Blunt, and it was a snowboard magazine. Blunt attracted the ridiculous people, and then whiskey was just at the pinnacle of ridiculous, in my opinion. So that's a natural fit for publishing their nonsense.
So we showed up to do this interview with Blunt Magazine, and Sean and I, you know, it's our fault that that stuff happened, and it's our fault that that interview came, but, you know, there's a lot of stuff in there that's pretty shocking. There's shots of Sean feeding a girl a piss puck. There's another shot of us beating up some guy. There's a shot of some girl going down my pants. There's a shot of me drinking with some homeless person. There's Jason Ellis drunk as shit at the bottom. You know, there's not one snowboard shot in this article. And that's when I realized, like, you know what? It wasn't my snowboarding people liked, it was my drinking. I rode for World Industries for about 4 years, and they marketed me as a drinker. I remember having ads where I'm passed out on the sidewalk, not even snowboarding.
And just speaking of Johnson's riding in particular, it was like, it was overlooked a lot of times, you know? This was like, just fast forward that shit, man, give the party shot.
Hey, John!
So in a way, I started out snowboarding and I wanted to get recognized as a good snowboarder, but really I got recognized as a good drinker. There's a shot of me in there, and it just so describes how I was feeling at the time. Sean's beside me laughing and smiling, and he's got his shirt off, and I'm sitting there facing the camera, and I got a clown nose on my dink, and if you look at my face, there's nothing there. Like, there's tombstones in what little eyes that you can see. So after that interview, Cliver and Tremaine were just pissed at us because halfway through the interview, Sean grabbed the tape recorder and smashed it on the ground and told those guys to fuck off.
And also he just charged me, grabbed my flash out of my hand, smashed it on the ground, and so I just took off. And I ran in the house, turned all the lights off, locked the doors, and just hoped to God they were gone.
That's how it is with those guys, you know? You hang out with them for a while, and then when you see Frankenstein come out, you run.
I remember Jeff was just like terrified of Kearns. They were just like, because when Sean gets really drunk, he gets these crazy eyes. Kearns does. And he'd be like your best friend, and all of a sudden you look over at him and you don't know if he's going to just punch you in the face or do something.
Run.
Yeah, I know that interview was like looking back at the things that I did in snowboarding, that interview was probably the biggest whinge. But at the same time, I mean,
No. That wasn't the biggest whinge.
What is?
Calling your parents from New Zealand after getting out of jail.
Yeah, but that's a conversation that they can forget. That's like solid proof that they can look at all the time.
Good point.
I look back at when I see like what was the most original, spontaneous movie, it was Whiskey 1. Like, do you remember when we made Whiskey 2, what sellouts we fucking thought we